So as you know, I am the pillar of authority when it comes to health and fitness in my community. And a lot of people text me or inbox me certain videos and things like that and say, yo, Fadi, what do you reckon today is? What do you think today is? This guy says this guy says that, you say this, you say that. Whatever, and I'm like, yeah, okay, hit me, let me see what it is, and I'll reply and say this, this, and this. And often there's some very interesting things that they send me, and sometimes they're very interesting topics, and I think, you know what? Rather than just replying to this one guy, what I'm going to start doing is make a video about that, because I'm sure it's going to be interesting for everybody. So if there's myths out there or certain things out there in health and fitness that you guys are unsure of, then send them my way at Fadi Hussein 13 on Instagram, and I'll watch the reel and I'll be sure to make a video like this if it's interesting for everybody to see and view. And let's get kick-started with Dr. Andrew Huberman. Neuroscientist reveals how to calm down instantly. Okay, so we're going to watch this video. Let's hear it.
Is the fastest hardwired way for us to eliminate this stressful response in our body quickly in real time. Physiological sigh is something that we do spontaneously, but when you're feeling stress, you can do a double inhale. Long exhale. When we do a double inhale, even if the second inhale is sneaking in just a tiny bit more air, because it's kind of hard to get two deep inhales back to back. You do big deep inhale and then another little one sneaking it in. The little sacs in your lungs aren't just two big bags, but you've got millions of little sacs throughout the lungs. They actually make the surface area of your lungs as big as a tennis court. Those tend to collapse as we get stressed. But when you do the double inhale, exhale, the double inhale reinflates those little sacs of the lungs. And then when you do the long exhale, that long exhale is now much more effective at ridding your body and bloodstream of carbon dioxide, which relaxes you very quickly.
No, it doesn't, bro, and here's the issue why. First of all, let me get this straight. You know, I don't like to hate on Huberman. He's a good guy, he's a nice guy, and I understand a lot of the things that he says. I agree with, and a lot of the things that he says are very helpful to many people. I think he's a great scientist. I think he's, you know, if you listen to majority of what he says, it's amazing. But here's the issue when you get too popular. And you first start with becoming an educator. So, for example, Huberman was an educator in this scientific, boring health and fitness side of things, who is a little bit weird the way he speaks, but it is what it is. You can understand the guy. I think he's got better over the years. But anyway, he is an educator. After he's an educator, you look at his title and then all of a sudden, yo, this guy's PhD, this guy's this, this guy's that. He then becomes an authority figure in that industry. So now he's an authority, he's speaking as an authority, and then he comes on Joe Rogan because he's the brother-in-law of one of Joe Rogan's friends and whatever. No, hate him, bro, he's just saying facts, it is what it is. And now he's on Joe Rogan, he comes on Joe Rogan, speaks, says a couple of things that are very interesting. All of a sudden he's in a celebrity. So when you start as an educator, then you become an authority, and then ultimately you become a celebrity. And when you are a celebrity, here's the thing with becoming a celebrity. Everything that you say will now be seen as fact, especially if you have the initials PhD in front or at the end of your name. Is it at the front of the name, at the end? I would never know because I'd never get there. Point being, often you start to believe your own hype, or you start to believe every single medical research paper you believe as fact, when actual fact, it's not. It's just one person's opinion on a particular topic. For example, this topic. We all know the body, you breathe in, you take in oxygen, you breathe out carbon dioxide. It is a very simple, it's give and take, it's 50-50. I've said this many, many times, every single thing in life is 50-50, especially breathing in and out. Oxygen, carbon dioxide. It's a give and take relationship with our body. We can never have too much and we can never have too little. It is perfectly balanced at all times. It's never up or down. So we can control how we breathe. I agree with that, absolutely. You can take a double breath in, you can take a double breath out. Doesn't really make a difference. We all know. By bringing oxygen inside our body, it purifies our body. That's what keeps us alive. It purifies every single living cell inside. And yes, it goes inside the lungs. Now breathing in double, like doing this, like, it's the same as breathing in and breathing out. There's no difference in it. But if he wants to attach something at the end of it and people try it and it's a placebo effect and they think for some reason it makes them calm down more because Dr. Huberman said, then guess what? It is going to work. Absolutely, 100%. It's very strange how the mind works. If you feel certain things, if you do certain things and you think this is going to help you, this is going to benefit you, then guess what? It's going to work. If I tell you right now and say, Guys, it's garbage. It's absolutely garbage. Never do the double breath in and breathe out, because you can just do one big breath in and one big breath out. And it's going to work exactly the same thing. Guess what? For you, the one big breath in, the one big breath out is going to work. If you never watched this video and you watch this reel, or you watch the podcast he was on or whatever, and Dr. Huberman, you respect the guy and you think, oh, this makes sense. And it does kind of, the double doesn't make sense, but it kind of makes sense on a whole. It's like me saying, oh, if you want to go from here and you want to travel a mile, then all you need to do is go 500, I was going to say a mile. I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to say 1 kilometer. If you want to go to 1 kilometer, you just do 500 meters twice. You're going to get to your desired location. You're going to get to your desired destination. Of course you are. But you could have still got there in one go. So it's a very simple thing. But look, if you like it, if you agree with it, and it works for you, then I would say, okay, maybe do it. Is there any science behind it? Here's the issue. How on earth, this is what I'd like people to take away from this video. How on earth can you get any scientific data on this? What do? Do you get 100 individuals in a room and say, guys, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to breathe in twice and we're going to see if it instantly makes you calm down. How do we measure somebody calming down? Their heart rate dropping? Is that it? Is that what you class a heart rate dropping as calming down? You can have an elevated heart rate like me and still be calm. You could be in the midst of training. You could be running a marathon and still be calm. You can do 100 meters sprint, still be calm, composed. So how do you measure this? Why do they feel the need to throw around words like this, that this is going to instantly calm you down? It's not going to instantly calm you down. It might instantly calm you down, but the double breath isn't going to calm you down. That's the thing over here. Stop buying into this crap that people keep telling. And this is okay, because you know the good thing about this one? The best thing about this one? It's free. This is free. And you know, later on down the line, if you're ever sat there and you think, I remember Huberman said double breaths. I feel calm. And guess what? You will feel calm. It's a placebo. Or you're just doing the right thing. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. You're telling yourself this is going to calm you down. You will, guaranteed, be calm. But if you listen to this and you think, well, what is a good technique to calm down? I think if you exhaust yourself with breaths, like what Wim Hof does, which is 20 deep breaths, 20 deep breaths in and out, really exhaust yourself. That really will just calm you down. You don't have to do it like Wim Hof. You could just do 20 deep breaths in, 20 deep breaths out. That would calm you down. But where does the calming down mechanism come from? The brain. It's the brain that is signaling to you to say, right, okay, let's now try to calm down. We have a couple of techniques to try to calm down, and that is by bringing as much oxygen inside so we can release this carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide is not trapped inside. It's not like it's trapped and you need to release it. But it's the exchange of energy, the exchange of oxygen. That's what calms you down. But ultimately, it's in the head. You need to understand. If you are really stressed out and all of a sudden you're like breathing, and then all of a sudden you do this double depth. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I'm no longer, what? I was so angry a minute ago. I'm so calm. You know that's not going to happen, bro. That's not how it works. So, anyway, Dr. Huberman, I love you, man. It's amazing. Hopefully one day I'm going to get to meet you, and I want to debate you on a lot of things that you say. I want to debate you on a lot of topics. But until then, I've got to pay my dues. I've got to keep growing, and I'm still doing that with your help. So please comment down below if this gave you some value, like and subscribe.